From the question itself, this is what we know. 2 power of A is the same as 5 power of B equals 20 power of C. Our task here is to express C in terms of A and B. So you should expect an answer in terms of A and B. C as the subject over here. There are a few methods to solve it out. I'm going to show you 2 methods. The first method would be using the concept of logarithms. We're going to start with what is given. We have 2 power of A is the same as 5 power of B equals 20 power of C. Let this be X as well. Since all these with the same value, if I were to put a log with the same base, it shouldn't change the value at all. I go for a log base 10. That will be in short LG. So we will put LG 2 power of A, and this is what we have now. Alright. And then if you are familiar with the laws of logarithms, all this power of the value, you can put it in front of the log. And keep the last one as LGX as well. I want you to compare each one of these with LGX and express A, B, C as a subject. Okay, we go with this pair first. It's the same as LGX. So A is the same as LGX over LG2. Okay, now we go with the second pair. Right, and the last pair. Okay, as soon as you express A and B as a subject in terms of log with the same base 10, we're going to start with C. Since from the question itself, we need to express C as a subject. So we're going to start from here, we're going to start from here. Alright, so we can break this to LG 4 plus LG 5, right? Okay. And the next thing is we're going to flip this. We're going to flip this and flip this. You know that eventually that is over 1 for C. So if I'm going to flip the denominator and numerator, you're going to do the same for left hand side and right hand side as well. So once we flip it, that will be 1 over C over LG4 plus LG5 over LGX. Alright. And I can break this to another 2 more fractions here. That's a reason why I flip it so that I can put in A and B. You will see later on. Okay, have a look on here. LG5 over LGX, that is actually okay, we continue from here. If I'm going to flip this, that is 1 over B equals LG5 over LGX, right? If I flip this, then I will have 1 over B. So I can replace this with this. Okay, but this part, we don't have LG4, we only have LG2. So what you can do is you can simplify this. You can have LG2 power of 2. Remember, you can put this power right in front of it. That will be 2. So you have LG2 over LGX. and that is just 1 over a of it. So you have 2 bracket 1 over a plus 1 over b, and that is 1 over c. Alright, so we have 1 over c equals to 2 over a plus 1 over b. We are not done here because this 1 over c is not c. We need to express c as a subject. So you're going to combine these two fractions by changing them to the same denominator. So what we have 2b plus a, right? 2b plus a over ab, that is 1 over c. Final steps, c, you flip it, equals to ab over 2b plus a. That should be your final answer, where you express c in terms of a and b. Now this, I show you the method of doing this by changing it to log. Whereas there are a lot more methods that you can use and utilize on it. The second method is much easy. We're going to keep this in index form, or we call this exponential form. Okay, I want to remind you a few things. 2 power of a equals to 5 power of b equals to 20 power of c, and let it be x. It's very similar to what we have done just now for log, but the following step is going to be very different. I want to remind you, I'll give you an example. Remember, when we have 2 power of 3 equals to k, if I'm going to bring this power over, what happens? You will have 2 equals to k to the power of 1 over 3, right? You're going to swap 3 to power of 1 over 3. That's what you do. Okay, so same thing. You're going to compare this with this for the first pair, and this with this for the second pair, and this with this for the third pair. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Alright, so what we have now, the first thing that we do is the first pair. 2 power of a equals to x, and 2 is the same as x to the power of 1 over a. Okay, makes sense? You can refer this. And then we have 5 power of b equals to x, and 5 is just the same as x to the power of 1 over b. And the third pair, this and this, we have 20 over c equals to x. So what you can do here is you can have 20 is the same as x power of 1 over c. Alright. So you have expressed 2 and 5 and 20 as a subject here. Of course, we're going to continue from here because you have c over here. You want to express c as a subject. So we have 20, and we know that 20 is actually the factors of it. Of course, I'll try to involve 5 and 2. That will be 4 times 5, and that will be the same as 2 squared times 5. There's a reason why I change to I go for factors 4 and 5, because I want to replace this. Okay, so I want to replace 5 with this. So I'm going to have x to the power of 1 over b. I'll replace 2 with x to the power of 1 over a. Be reminded there's a square out there. So this should be the way you write it, right? And that will be the same as 20. And we know that 20 is the same as x to the power of 1 over c. So replace it with this. Okay, simplify this part. Two over a. Okay, multiply with x over 1 over b. Be reminded about this rule. When you have a power of m times a power of n, you have a to the power of m plus n. Same, we have the same base here. It's multiplication between the base. So you are going to add up with these two power. So we have 2 over a plus 1 over b, right? We add up. Okay, now that we know that the same base, we can ignore the base and say that the power should be equal value. So we have 1 over c equals to 2 over a plus 1 over b. Now this is the part where we have arrived just now. Right, this is what we have just now. Same thing, yeah? Okay, so what you can do is you continue from there. You're going to change them to the same denominator. And your final job is to swap. Between the denominator and numerator, you have AB over 2B plus A, that is C in terms of A and B. Alright, thank you.